Yeah, so I just spent the last 20 minutes or so going through emails from Amazon. I don't know if these emails are legitimately from Amazon or not. It doesn't matter. But each one of these emails is telling me that someone is trying to hack into my account. My Amazon is actually my affiliate account. And so I don't click on anything in the email because, that's the biggest trick in the book. That's the oldest trick in the book. Instead, I go to Amazon itself and I log in. I change my password. I do all that stuff. But these emails are still coming in, and it's kind of spooking me. I mean, talk about things that'll spook you. It's when you get notifications like every 3 minutes that someone's trying to get into one of your accounts. And it says someone who knows your password is trying.
Hey, Jim. Hey, stop doing his account. I got to unmute this, but hey, stop logging in. He's talking about it.
Yeah, right. Anyway, so I hate that. And these scammers, spammers, hackers are getting more and more sophisticated all the time. The computers they're using are getting more and more capable. One of the things that these companies do, obviously, is when you try to log in, if you have two-factor authentication, it'll send you a text with a number. Generally, the number is 6 digits long. And they now, these computers they have will just rapidly kind of generate these numbers. And if they get a hit, they're in. Why don't I hear you now? I heard you a minute ago, and now I don't hear you. Are you just mouthing things, or?
Oh, what? Oh, damn! Oh no, I somehow my mic muted. Yeah. It should have. I should have been unmuted.
Ay. Hey, Mary Grace. Hey, Iowa Joe.
Oh wait.
Hey, Iowa Joe. We're gonna vamp for a few minutes here while folks check into the chat rooms. One of the things you know about us is that. We go out. We go out and we do these.
Boy.
We do these investigations. Generally, they're live. I mean, that's our intention. And sometimes we hit some roadblocks where we can't be live for whatever reason. Generally, it's an internet issue. Yeah. But anyway, we come back with volumes and volumes of footage, audio recordings, all of this stuff. And we're so busy planning the next live investigation that it's a slow process for the two of us, because we do this work. To go through all the footage, try to pull things out like evidence stuff that we caught that we didn't realize we caught, or things that need further analysis, and also edit all the footage down into a form that we can call an episode, so we can post that. So anybody who wants to revisit the investigation and not sit through the 3-hour live version of it, we've got an edited version that people can watch. So that's a lot. That's a lot to do. However, we are doing it. And we're trying to get caught up. And what I have been working on is the Euroshrine. Now, we have shown some stuff from the Euroshrine, the stuff that when we got back, we knew right away, oh, this is stuff we got to look at now. Like the stuff around the Dragon's Table, if you saw that. And Britt went through and pulled a bunch of those clips, and we talked about them not long ago. But there were 2 nights of investigation. There were about, 5, 10, 8, I don't know how many different sessions we did above and beyond that Dragon's Table session. So I've been working on night number 1. I'm about 75% through of night number 1. And I've found some really cool stuff that I want to share. And I also want to get opinions from people, because I listen to some of the stuff. Sometimes I think I know what I'm seeing or hearing. But it's just my opinion, too. I want to see what other people think and what other people interpret. Because as we know, Britt, when we did that Dragon's Table session and we had our viewers helping us with the interpretation of those Ink Box and Spirit Box hits, we got a whole different meaning out of that we hadn't really captured when we looked through it the first time. So I'm expecting some of that tonight.
So... Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I hope...
Was that Amazon telling you finally got in? Yeah.
I hate hackers. Hackers, it should be like the old Wild West days. You wrestle horses, that is immediate hanging the fence.
Yeah.
You're going to hack into my shit and screw with my bank account, take my money, buy, what? You're messing with a human being's living and the way they feed their family. You could literally cause a family to go, basically unhoused is a new term now. You got to say unhoused, not homeless anymore.
Right.
Unhoused, therefore you should be instant hanging. I mean, like public square, hang, maybe bury you up to your neck, put honey on your head, and let the red ants eat you alive.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the level I think that we should go with hackers.
I agree with that. However, most of these hackers, because of even the existing punishments, are offshore and not in places that are easily attainable for our law enforcement. So they usually get away with it. That's the sad part.
Well, which means we could get away with doing that.
Mm-hmm. If we catch them, are you slowly disappearing into the darkness? What is happening around you?
You know, right. As soon as you faded to black and to go live, everything, my studio light, it went this brilliant blue, like a Jesus light, and then black, and so I have no lights now. My lights blew up, and so I could get up and run around and fix it, but we're here now, and you can see me enough, and so I'm just going to leave it, and I'll fix it when we're done.
Okay. Well, one thing I know as well is that this is the Sunday night after the Thanksgiving weekend. People are still recovering from having friends and family visiting and eating all that good apple pie and pumpkin pie, pecan pie, whatever is your favorite pie, and the big Thanksgiving meal that most of us have enjoyed. So I understand that a lot of folks might not be ready for evidence analysis tonight, and that's fine. This will be posted once we do it live. It'll be there. You can go back through and you can enter your interpretations of some of the things that we're going to show tonight in the comments. We read through the comments, so we'll see them as well. I want to say hi to Medium Missy, by the way. I want to say hi because she's checking in. So,
hello, Medium Missy. You just interviewed her, no?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, she's terrific. Yeah. We, Britt and I've worked with a lot of mediums and psychics, and we've worked with a lot of bad mediums and psychics. And
we've worked with a handful of great ones.
Well,
too.
I was just going to say there are some really good ones out there, and I've been working hard to feature some of them on my interview program. And Medium Missy is one of those. And actually, I'm very, very excited because Medium Missy's husband has a paranormal group. Oh. They have access to some really cool locations, and we are going to talk about collaborations in the near future. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be really cool.
I thought you were going to go, and Medium Missy's husband is a gamer, and he plays Apex, and we're going to get on tonight after the show.
He might. I haven't asked that question yet. That might also happen. I'm not going to discount that. I mean, we know that Medium Mandy's husband is a gamer, and Chris and I have spent a lot of time playing Apex and other games. So, yeah. Medium Missy does have a question for us before we get started on this, and this is a great question. She wants to know, how do you handle proving or disproving evidence that not every team member may agree on?
Oh, hold on. JV's the boss. What JV says goes. That's how he handles it.
Yeah. Well, we all know that. We all know that doesn't happen. I'll answer first. I don't know how you did it on Ghost Hunters, Britt. I think I do know actually how you did it on Ghost Hunters, but
JV was the boss. What he said went.
Yeah. But as far
Jason, not JV.
Yeah, I know
Jason.
You're talking. But as far as what we do here, I mean, I don't think we ever make definitive conclusions. If there's a disagreement, we offer both opinions. We don't walk away. Yeah. I mean, we're not out trying to. So far in our cases, we haven't gone out in a situation where our determination is going to determine whether or not a family stays or leaves a home or anything like that. We haven't been in those types of circumstances with what we're doing with PRTV right now. Most of the places we've gone to actually embrace what's going on in their buildings. And so we'll go in and we'll often come out. If there's three of us, we might come out with three different interpretations of something that happened. That doesn't happen often, actually. We usually end up agreeing. But if we did have differences of opinion, we let those differences stand. And we let people decide for themselves based on whatever evidence we can collect. There are times when I will adamantly say, that is not paranormal. And Britt will adamantly say the same thing. That's absolutely paranormal. How do you explain it otherwise? And okay, well, we'll have to agree to disagree, or vice versa. And it happens. It'll happen with every paranormal team. And, it's just, if you're going to have individuals involved in a team investigating, you're going to get different opinions. And that's part of the process. That's how I answer it.
Or you rule with an iron fist, and as soon as someone steps out of line, you whack them with a bat and kick them out the back door.
We could try that, too. We can try that.
You make everybody line up, and they wear all the same clothes, and they have the same opinions, and, You can do that route too.
Well, Iowa, since
then,
you did not invite me to Modern Warfare 3 playing the other night, how was I to know that? Had I been playing Modern Warfare 3, I don't think we would have done a Conradathon. But thanks,
Conradathon. Medium Missy. So, Medium Missy, does your husband play games? Is he a gamer? Are you a gamer? See, if had I been a part of the interview show, I would have asked you completely different questions than JV, and it would have been way off track, which is why I'm not allowed on the show.
Does anybody else notice that whenever we go live, it seems like Britt has to pee? It's like you're over there like you have to pee. You're like all fidgety and moving all over the place. You weren't like that before.
54-year-old prostate.
You weren't like that before we went on live, and all of a sudden, you act like you have to pee.
Oh, because the coffee's kicking in. But I don't have to pee. But I'm in a dark cave. Mm-hmm. I'm on a swivelly chair, mm-hmm. and if you ask my girlfriend, I shake my feet at night when we're laying in bed watching TV. I'm constantly twitching and whatevering, and I drive her nuts. Like, I'll lay there unconsciously as I'm doom scrolling, and with one finger I'll just like start flicking my finger, just kind of, which I can't hear because I have earbuds in, but she could totally hear it because I flick. Yeah, so I'm yeah, and I don't do meth, so I don't know where it comes from. It's just natural. And but hey, I got my new T-shirt.
Now I have a machine gun ho ho ho.
What is that from?
Does that mean you have a machine gun hoe? Or do you have a machine gun?
I have a machine gun.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. Come on, what movie is that from?
I have no idea.
Chat will know. Chat will know. It's the best Christmas movie of all time.
So Medium Missy answered, Trevor, her husband, is not much of a gamer. So either he's going to have to become one to play in our little games, or we're just going to have to recognize that he doesn't play. One of the two. I don't know which. Die Hard, is that the answer?
Wah, wah. It is exactly the answer. Die Hard.
Yep.
Nakatomi Tower. It's not Christmas till you watch Hans Gruber fall 30 floors. And die. Big splat at the bottom. Also, fun trivia fact about that movie, that at the time, and I think it still is the highest free fall into an airbag a stuntman has ever done. The guy went out backwards and 30 floors into a big-ass airbag.
Deborah, greetings to you in Arizona. It's been a number of years since you saw us. Well, I appreciate you coming back. Thank you. Life does happen. You are absolutely right, and time goes very, very, very quickly. I'm going to share one more thing here before we get into this evidence review stuff. And Britt will appreciate this. So a high school friend of mine who has been part of some of our broadcasts in the past, you know him as Valdo, breezed into town yesterday and asked to do, we have this kind of tradition now because we don't do it on a regular basis. When he's in town, he comes into the studio and we do something on a comedy level show. And so we did this on the Booze, Brews, and Bros channel. We did what we call a Conradathon, and really all we're doing is watching bad movies made by an actor, director, producer named Conrad Brooks, who used to work with Ed Wood, if that name means something to you, considered the worst director of all time. Anyway, so we did the Conradathon. At the end of the night, we're getting ready to wrap up, and the phone line rings. Now, yes, I still have in this studio a broadcast quality talk radio phone bank here.
Oh boy.
So I can take phone calls and do the talk radio thing, because I did a talk radio show for a long time. The phone light starts going blinking. I answered the phone. Who do you think it was, Britt?
I'm going to go with Sacco.
And it was not Sacco. It was the Banana.
Conrad?
The Banana.
The Banana showed up?
The Banana called.
I thought the Banana got in trouble, wasn't allowed to hang out with us.
He did. He proceeded to tell us. Now, the Banana is a guy named John Brewer. John used to call our program often, and not the paranormal stuff. It was the Booze, Brews, and Bros fun program we were doing. Not that this isn't fun. And he would call, and he got us. He started to tell us about how he'd go to retirement communities and walk around and look for doors that had a pineapple sitting on the doorstep outside, because those were the I guess retirement community residents who were looking for a little action. Apparently, that's his story, and apparently we've confirmed that in other places.
Yeah, technically it's upside down pineapple.
Is it? Okay.
So if you have an upside down pineapple, on your when you're on a cruise, you put the upside down pineapple magnet on your door. It means you're open to things. And apparently there's a color coding thing. If it's a certain color, it means you're into this. If it's another color, you're into that. Whatever. If you're in Leisure World, or what we call Seizure World here in California, Southern California, if you're driving around, you see the upside down pineapple hanging in the porch, it means they're open to some fun times.
Hey, Andrea, good to see you. Okay, well, that's way more information than we needed for this story, but let me just say, so the Banana, which we ended up calling him, did he say, I think he said he wanted his nickname to be the Banana, so we started calling him the Banana.
I don't remember how that came up, but yes.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Anyway, so we had sent him on a mission. He was actually going to videotape or use his phone and video himself knocking on one of these doors and having a conversation with one of these folks who had a pineapple on their doorstep, and then he just disappeared. He disappeared, and then one day
disappeared like the light switch went off.
Yes, and then one day he did call in kind of covert. It sounded like he was in the closet of his house. Like, guys, I can't talk to you anymore. And we're like, your girlfriend? He goes, my girlfriend. She's so mad. She won't let me do it. I can't talk. And he disappeared again. Well, last night he explained to me, Britt, that he after he broke up with that girlfriend. He moved to Texas, then to South Carolina, and now he is in Indianapolis, which is very close to where we are going to be investigating next week. And I did not tell him where we're going to be because it's a closed set. But
that's funny.
Yeah. Anyway, so I thought you'd appreciate that.
That's funny. Medium Missy, it is a star, but that's for the younger people, and that's on certain adult cruises, the no children cruises, like the Baja Bonsai 3-day turnaround trip. But in the senior community, it is the upside down pineapple.
Britt, you know way too much about this topic. I'm not sure that I want to ask any more questions. But
because I talk to everybody, and I have no problem asking. I heard the rumor.
Yeah.
I see it. I have no problem asking somebody, what does that mean?
Okay.
And people tell.
We'll go with that.
So
we'll go with that.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Oh, look at that! Look at that!
So it was like
look at
this?
that!
Oh, what? You're insane. Did you hit the wrong button? I didn't even say whatnot.
No, well, that would be a different button. Okay, so let's start with this evidence review. I've got, I don't know, about a dozen clips that we're going to go through. Assuming it doesn't take too long.
You know what?
What?
The ink box is done. So I bought an ink box. It's an exact duplicate of Mandy's ink box. Mm-hmm. And I'm hoping it'll be here for the next investigation in Indianapolis, but it might not. But if it is here in time, it's going to be really interesting to put the two ink boxes in the same room and turn them both on and see if they talk to each other. Apparently, according to the builders, that has happened in the past.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be really cool.
But the ink box is probably one of the most amazing pieces of equipment I've seen in a long time with making communication. And I honestly think, JV, you're right. It has to do with the shortwave sweep. I think it's a shortwave sweep.
Yeah.
Something in there. And this radio will have the shortwave sweeps also.
Yeah, I think that makes a big difference.
And Merry Christmas, Mary Grace.
Hey, Chris, good to see you checking in here. A couple things. One is, in addition to that, if we end up having that additional piece of equipment, we've got other things. I just got this. We got another recorder we'll have on site.
Does that vibrate?
No, that does not vibrate. I just got these. These will be fun.
Oh, what are those?
I'm making that harness that we need to extend the HDMI cables. Cool. So anyway, a lot of stuff coming up. And again, our next live investigation coming up November 30th, December 1st. Then we have a transition day on December 2nd. And then again on December 3rd and 4th, we'll be investigating live. So 4 nights in 5 days.
Wow, that's going to be crazy. I also got more cat balls. Got some more K2s. And then I got the honeygram or the honey, whatever the hell it is, the guitar amp speaker thing that we can use. So we are getting more and more gear to run for you guys, hopefully to make contact with Jesus and have some questions answered.
Yeah, we'll be doing all of that. So now we're going to go through some...
I wasn't talking about yours, Sucktastical. Was not talking about yours, Sucktastical.
Now we're going to go through some evidence, some clips that I pulled out of our first night from the Euroshrine investigation. You've seen a bunch
Excuse me while I whip this out.
You've seen a bunch of clips already from the Dragon's Table part of that night, which was the end of the night. This comes from sessions earlier in the evening and some interesting stuff. A lot of this is just really going to be asking for your help interpreting what we're getting through the ink box, in fact, through Mandy's ink box. Now, I know Ghost Sisters are also, they're doing another investigation tonight, so Mandy couldn't join us to help us out with this. So it's going to be Britt, it's going to be me, and it's going to be you guys helping us decipher some of these things that we cut out of the night's investigation as evidence. So are we ready to start some of this?
I'm ready. I'm always ready.
Okay. Sadly, in my lack of a professional system, I'm not sure what order these are going to be in, so I don't know chronologically if they're going to show up the way I clipped them out or not. They probably won't because they're probably alphabetical by how I entitled them, what title I gave them. So it doesn't really matter. The clips stand on their own anyway.
No.
But they won't be chronological. So if you notice something like, oh, well, earlier they said this, that's just because they're out of sequence. But that's okay. All right, so here's the first one. So Mandy asks the question, are you a family member? They're getting a lot of responses through the ink box, and they are in the Witch's Stead. Now, the Witch's Stead was a room in the Ur Shrine that was set up specifically to accommodate witches' covens that would come in and practice whatever they want to practice. It had a witch's box on the table, which we ended up opening the second night. But it was a room specifically designed for people who consider themselves witches or Wiccan or anything along those lines. And we spent a lot of time in there the first night. Britt and I didn't, but the team did. And then we spent even more time there the second night. So this comes from that. Mandy's getting responses, and she wants to know if this is a family member. What do you think this response is? And I'll play it a couple times for you.
Are you a family member? What do you say? I can't make it out. Are you a family member? What do you say? I can't make it out.
I'll play it one more time.
Are you a family member? What do you say? I can't make it out.
Now, I've listened.
Play it again.
Okay.
Please.
Yep.
Are you a family member? What do you say? I can't make it out.
Okay, I think I know. I think.
I'm going to play it again. I'll play it again.
Are you a family member? What do you say? I can't make it out.
Now, I do want to mention, too, that it's not just Mandy in that clip. In fact, in all of these Witches' Stead clips, Chastity, another of the Ghost Sisters, is part of the team here. We haven't seen her in a couple of investigations, so she's here in this one. So what does chat think that we're hearing there? What does chat think we're hearing there?
Slactastical says cat balls.
I don't think it was cat balls, but...
Are you a family member? What do you say? I can't make it out. Are you a family member? What do you say? I can't make it out.
I think, because it's a tough one, I'm hearing the only thing that can make sense to me based on what little bit we're hearing there is, of course. That's what I'm hearing.
Oh, really? Play that again.
Are you a family member? What do you say? I can't make it out.
Get in.
Are you a family member? What do you say? I can't make it out.
What I'm hearing is Farosh, babe.
Farosh? Babe? 2 words or
Babe.
just Farosh and you added the babe?
Yeah. No. Farosh, babe. Farosh, babe.
Let me hear that.
Are you a family member? What do you say? I can't make it out. Are you a family member? What do you say? I can't make it out.
Okay, so Andrea
The babe
thinks
might
it's
be
no.
a stretch.
What'd you say? What might be a stretch?
I'm saying the babe part might be a stretch, but I'm really hearing like Farosh.
Well, okay, we didn't set that.
And we had Sean with us that night.
Right. So that first night.
No, we had him the night before.
No, it was that
Oh,
night.
was it the first night?
It was the first night. First
Okay.
night we did. We had a guest investigator by the name of Sean Farosh. So you're hearing Farosh. Andrea says it sounds like no or who. I thought I heard of course. So let's listen to it again.
Are you a family member? What do you say? I can't make it out. Are you a family member? What do you say? I can't make it out.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one.
Yeah, I'm going with Farash, babe, but I could be totally wrong.
Okay.
But because I can't quite make it out, that's what I'm gonna go with.
Okay.
And then we need to tell Sean that, hey, the spirit box was calling you out. Because that'll totally spin him out. Poor Sean. I mean, not poor Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll freak him out. He loves it.
First go at the rodeo.
He loves it. He had such a great time.
He would come on and do our show, but he does his show at the same time we do ours. So.
Right. Okay. Here's another clip. I'm not sure if this is an Inkbox hit. Let me see. I'm going to have to play it to know what it is because I just don't know based on my titles. Let's see.
Okay. Can you light up this device right here on the witch's box? Go.
I got booted down everybody.
Okay, so that's another Inkbox hit. And this is right after the previous clip we just watched. So right after that, Mandy says, okay, and she asks another question, and there's a whole sentence there. Listen to it. It's really difficult to pick out the words, but see what you think. Here we go.
Okay. Can you light up this device right here on the witch's box? Go.
I got booted down everybody.
I heard something about voodoo.
Yeah.
Listen again.
Do that again.
Okay. Can you light up this device right here on the witch's box? Go.
I got booted down everybody.
Okay. Can you light up this device right here on the witch's box? Go.
I got booted down everybody.
Voodoo doll down something. Do it again.
So let me also point out that when you look at the video clip, you see a REM pod almost right in the middle of the screen. That is sitting on top of the witch's box, which Mandy references. She says, can you light up this device on the witch's box? If that helps you interpret the words that we're hearing. So here it is again.
Okay. Can you light up this device right here on the witch's box? Go.
I got booted down everybody.
Okay. Can you light up this device right here on the witch's box? Go.
I got booted down everybody.
So Medium Missy says it sounds like, oh, I don't need to do that voodoo down there. Medium Missy, I'm going to say medium. I'm just going to say Missy. Missy, did you hear the word voodoo before I said the word voodoo? Just curious.
Voodoo, hoodoo, you do voodoo.
So,
it's a whole lot of voodoo going on. Play it again.
Okay. Can you light up this device right here on the witch's box? Go.
I got booted down everybody.
Something like, I ain't going to do the voodoo down there. I ain't going to do the voodoo down there.
I've got something voodoo on everybody. Voodoo doll on everybody.
All right, listen again.
Okay. Can you light up this device right here on the witch's box? Go.
I got booted down everybody.
Voodoo doll down everybody. See, this spirit box thing is insane. I do not. This is what's going to blow my mind is when I get the latest exact replica spirit box that Mandy has, and if mine is crickets, I'm going to trade with Mandy.
I think you have to pry it out of her fingers.
And then see what happens. And then legitimately see what happens.
See if she ignites the other one, you mean?
Yeah. See if she. Because I'm wondering if she's the catalyst for all this.
Yeah. Well,
we
have worked. Britt and I always brag about the fact we're both about as sensitive as the stones in the wall behind me. As bricks, stones, whatever. And but we've worked with mediums and psychics like Mandy and some others who seem to be like a lightning rod or an antenna, and they bring this energy through them, and it makes everything happen around us that wouldn't happen if they weren't in the room. So yeah, that's definitely a possibility. And Missy, by the way, says yes, she did hear the word voodoo before I had mentioned it. So let's listen again. I'm hearing something like, I ain't gonna do no voodoo girl or something like that.
Okay. Can you light up this device right here on the witch's box? Go.
I got booted down everybody.
I ain't gonna do voodoo down there.
I'm hearing like I'm got voodoo doll on everybody.
Voodoo doll on everybody.
But it sounds like it's a heavy Cajun accent.
Yeah.
In the beginning,
well,
it's like,
it's definitely southern. It's definitely southern. I hear that for sure. Here it is again.
Okay. Can you light up this device right here on the witch's box?
And I got booted down everybody.
Yeah. Mary,
Yeah, that is crazy.
Mary heard a no and then a male voice about a voodoo doll. Now, the no you may be hearing it could be Chastity speaks right before the hit on the ink box. She's reading from the Spirit Talker app that she's got on her phone, and she repeats a word that she sees on the screen, and then right after she says that word is when we hear the male voice coming through the box. So let's watch and listen again.
Okay. Can you light up this device right here on the witch's box?
And I got booted down everybody.
So Chastity says go, I think, is the word she's reading from the screen.
Okay. Can you light up this device right here on the witch's box?
And I got booted down everybody.
Definitely everybody's hearing voodoo. Everybody's hearing that, which
Yeah.
in itself,
That's clear as day.
which in itself is pretty powerful given the room they're sitting in, the witch's stead.
Yes.
With the witch's box right on the table in front of them.
Interesting. You know, Catherine, who builds the ink box, well, her husband builds the ink box. She apparently she's watching, I think maybe, but she just said they build a box that does reverse speech. It's a reverse speech ink box. So some of the stuff that we get that we can't understand, apparently it's coming in backwards. So they have a way of reversing it. That might be an interesting box to get too.
Yeah. Well, the other thing we're gonna start doing as the conditions allow for us to do it, but we're certainly going to make an effort to do it as much as possible, is record these boxes while we're using them.
Yes.
So we can.
And I did ask about the ink box that's coming, that it has a 3.5 jack out, so we can actually plug in and get a very clear recording, and yet it's still coming out the speakers.
Right. Deborah Anderson in our YouTube chat says she got voodoo and down. She heard those words. DJ says, I hear a Southern draw slang. Select Testicle says, I got booted down there. It's not voodoo, but booted. That's an interesting take.
Let's play that again.
Okay.
Booted
Okay.
down there.
Can you light up this device right here on the witch's box?
And I got booted down everybody.
I hear
Okay.
that. Say that. Do that
Can you
again.
light up this device right here on the witch's box?
And I got booted down everybody.
I got booted down there and everybody. And everything, maybe. Do it again.
Okay. Can you light up this device right here on the witch's box?
And I got booted down everybody.
I got booted down everybody. I got booted down gosh.
Yeah.
This is why I hate the whole what's the pareidolia? What's the word pareidolia? No,
Paradilia.
matrix.
Paradilia.
Yeah, the more sophisticated way of saying matrix.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know when it changed, because we always said matrixing. That's what we always said.
Yeah.
Somewhere it changed.
Interesting.
That's the problem, Mary. The power of suggestion in these reviews is it's powerful. And, someone will say, I'm hearing voodoo, so then all you can hear is voodoo. And that's part of the problem with this process. So we try to play it a few times.
Which is also why we
try to play it a few times without telling anyone what we hear or what, and then let people start to hear what they think they hear.
It's the closest way we can do it without affecting people's thought processes is let it flow in through chat, and hopefully you guys aren't looking at chat and then going. You're just saying you're chatting in what you're hearing. And
I think the delay in chat, it actually adds a bit of. I'm not going to say honesty. I don't mean honesty because I don't think people are cheating, but most people are responding before they see any of the responses in chat. So that helps too. Yeah.
That's what we're hoping for.
Yeah.
Nikki Lane, I got booted down there by everybody.
That's what you just said. Yeah. I think something very similar
play that
to
again now. Now that.
Okay. Can you light up this device right here on the witch's box? Go.
And I got booted down everybody.
I got booted down there by.
Or I got
the
booted.
by is really heavily covered by the act.
Or I got booted down there, buddy.
Oh, maybe. I got booted down. Does he mean he got booted down to hell, or he got booted in the cojones? I got booted down there, buddy.
Again, listen to her question.
Okay. Can you light up this device right here on the witch's box? Go.
And I got booted down everybody.
I think we've beaten this one up pretty well, but so we're having a little bit of, we got a bunch of people thinking voodoo, we got a bunch of people thinking booted. I started thinking voodoo. Now I'm 70% voodoo, 30% booted. That's where I am. The other words, I'm not really sure.
Yeah. Again, we thought it was so clear, and then it turns out to not be clear.
Okay, so the next cut we've got here, again, still part of the same session, and this is Mandy asking, let me see, what does she ask here? It looks like, actually, I'm not sure what she's asking. I have the answer in the title, but let's listen to it, or at least what I think the answer is, so let's listen.
This sounds like Uncle Tim or Uncle Alan.
Only one person now.
What?
Yeah, let me just back it up a little bit so we don't have to listen to the whole thing.
Only one person now.
All I want for Christmas is my...
Only one person now.
I'm going to play it from the very beginning so you get her question again.
This sounds like Uncle Tim or Uncle Alan.
So I think it's important when you're interpreting the answer we hear, is she's saying it sounds like Uncle Tim or Uncle Alan, which would have been relatives that lived on the property, relatives of the gatekeeper, who have both passed. And actually, if you listen to any of the story that we told about this place, they have a very checkered past. In fact, they have been suspected of being very brutal, and I don't know how much we should say because I don't want to spread rumors. But are you frozen?
No.
Oh,
I hope not.
You look frozen because that look. I don't think anybody would make that face intentionally.
Oh, shut your pie hole.
But they were accused of possibly abducting women and maybe even murdering women.
Yeah.
That's part of the story of this
there's
property.
a rumor that one of them, and the one with, the woman that might be buried in the pile behind the gate, the compost pile. Yeah.
Hey, Crystal, good to see you.
Nice family.
Good to see you. So let's play it again with that in mind. So Mandy is saying, it sounds like it could be Uncle Tim or Uncle Bill. I don't remember the two names, whatever the names are. And then we get this hit a few seconds later.
This sounds like Uncle Tim or Uncle Alan.
Only one person now. Only one person now.
So what do we have coming in? Hey, Dawn, good to see you. Let's see. Did anybody? I have Claudia says only one person in the house. DJ says only one person here or there.
Sounds like trucker lingo, according to Deborah.
Nikki says, let's see. Missy says only one person allowed. Andrea says only one. Where did it go? Only one person around. Christy says only one person here. Mary says only one person. Then she thought she heard hell. And Crystal says only one person here.
Wow. So it seems like the only one person everybody's getting.
Well, Selectastical just threw a monkey wrench into that, saying only if I burn in hell.
That's because he's touching his cat balls.
I'm going to play it one more time. But
play it again.
Yep. I'm going to play it one more time, and I'm going to include again Mandy's initial. I guess it's not really question, but her initial observation.
This sounds like Uncle Tim or Uncle Alan.
Only one person now.
Only one person here. So she said Uncle Tim or Uncle Alan, and then it comes back only one person here.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I got out of it. That's what I got. I heard only one person around is what I'm hearing. I'm going to play it again. We've offered our interpretation, and a lot of folks are coming very similar to what we both just articulated. So let's listen again.
And Mary
like
just
Go ahead. What?
I say, and Mary Barnett just threw in there. The accent definitely throws it off. So yeah, we are listening through thick Southern accents.
Right. All right. Here it comes again. Here it comes.
Keep that in mind.
This sounds like Uncle Tim or Uncle Alan.
Only one person now.
Yeah, around I could hear
Around
only
a
one person
world.
around. I could
Around a world, but the only one person seems to be fairly consistent. Most people are hearing that, and then whether it's in the world or around, that's kind of where I'm ending up on that.
That's what I'm going with. God, I love this ink box. I cannot wait to get my own.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna love it.
So
and I'm gonna caress it.
Here's the good news. I actually didn't realize I had done this, but I actually did a couple things to this. One is I have a short version of it, so we can easily replay the.
Only one person now. Only one person now. Only one person now.
It kind of sounds like it's only one. It's using a lot of energy to punch that through, and then it kind of fades off after person. So that might not even be a full word that came through.
Right. Now, this other same clip, I'm not sure if this is the full clip or just the part that's coming through the ink box, but we've applied some software filters to this to try to make it a little more clear. So let's listen to this a couple times.
Only one person now. Only one person now.
I don't know if that helps.
Only one person now.
You know, because we can hear the only one person so clearly. I mean, it makes it clearer, but we've already got that. It's that last word, and honestly, it sounds like the spirit is running out of energy to punch through and do what it's doing. So that word is trailing off.
Mary Grace hears any one person helps. Is that what? Okay. Missy wants an ink box now. How can we order one? Mary, I see a Mary in our chat. Mary, is that the Mary from JD's, from where the ink box is being made?
No, Catherine is the wife.
Oh, Catherine.
It's Katie and Catherine.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought you said Mary.
Missy, I'll give the phone number to JV and he'll shoot it over to you in a text, and then you can reach out to them.
There you go. Cool. Maybe he's saying, Nikki says, is he saying only one person, L, short for Alan? Maybe. Let's listen to this one more time with this filter on it, and then we're going to move on because we've got a bunch of others.
Only one person now. Only one person now.
Again, the only one person part is very, very clear. The rest of it, we are in the process of having a bunch of different ideas, and any of them could be possible given the fact that we don't have a clear final word in that clip. So, moving on, another clip from The Witch's Dead.
This is so crazy, JV, because we went through and we didn't even go through all of the Dragon's Table, but we got so much out of that. And then we kind of, at the time, ignored the Witch's Room.
Yeah.
And then you just decide, it's this time, we're getting through it. And it's like, all this stuff is there.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, wow.
Yeah. And like, if we had these experiences and that was all that happened at the Eura Shrine, we would have walked out saying, this was crazy. This is great. But this is, like Britt just said, the Dragon's Table session was out of control. This session is out of control. I've got some clips from the Grotto session that we did that first night that's out of control. So we had out of control, out of control, out of control. Some really, really cool stuff. All right. I don't know how to intro this because I'm not exactly sure what happens, but it is another ink box hit. So here we go.
Is it Sarah? Is your name Sarah? Is your name Sarah? So I've connected with a spirit here before named Sarah.
Still kind of fading.
Okay, so this clip has two different voices coming through on the ink box. There's the one in kind of in the beginning, right after Mandy says, "Is this Sarah?" Now, Mandy has, as she indicated there, has contacted what she believes to be a spirit named Sarah in a previous session there at the Euro Shrine because she's been there before. So she's asking, "Is this Sarah?" She gets a voice, and then she asks a little bit more, and then there's the same voice but a different reply. So listen to both of them. Here we go again.
Is it Sarah? Is your name Sarah? Is your name Sarah? So I've connected with a spirit here before named Sarah.
Still kind of fading.
Okay, so I'm just going to tell you this first clip, the first thing I hear, I'll play it again, and I'll tell you what I think I'm hearing here because it's a really, really tough one.
Is your name Sarah? Is your
It sounds to me, Britt, like the voice is saying, "I'm trying to talk to you."
Yeah, play that again.
Is it
It's kind of
Sarah?
quiet, right?
Is your name Sarah? Is your name Sarah?
Yeah, talk to you.
It's not so much that it's quiet, it's that Mandy's talking over it. She's asking another question when the response
Right.
is coming in. So we don't get a clear listen
Right.
to it, but here it is again.
Is it Sarah? Is your name Sarah?
I'm trying to talk to you. So the thing, and I definitely going to reiterate to Catherine as soon as we're done with this, we need to be able to plug the recorder in and get a clean recording without us talking, still while the speakers are working.
Right.
So that we can, because that would eliminate the overtalk so we could hear that.
And Andrew, you're ahead of me, but I heard that same thing. So we'll get to that in just a second. So Mary Grace here is talk to you. Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna play just the first one again here.
Is it Sarah? Is your name Sarah? Is your
Holy shit! Do that again.
Is it Sarah? Is your name Sarah? Is your name Sarah?
Yeah, I totally hear it. I'm trying to talk to you.
Yeah, that's what I think I'm hearing too. And it's clearly not a female voice.
Wow.
So it's almost as though Mandy's saying, "Is this Sarah? Is this Sarah?" And the voice has a little bit of anger in it. I'm trying to talk to you.
Yeah, and you're like ignoring me. You're not hearing me. You're not.
So
That's crazy cool.
That makes the second response even more important, and it's the harder one to hear, I think, even though Mandy is not asking a question over it. So let's listen. I'm going to and I left the time in between there so people could understand exactly how, in real time, how much time elapsed between the two catches, because I didn't want to edit it and then there was no context for that. So it's about 10 seconds in between.
So I've connected with a spirit here before named Sarah.
Still kind of fading.
There it is. And Andrea thought she heard, "You're kind of fading," I think is what she said. And yeah, "You're kind of fading." That's what she hears in the second clip. That's kind of what I'm hearing right now, but we're going to have to listen to this a couple times.
Still kind of fading.
You're kind of fading.
Still kind of fading.
I mean, that is kind of clear too, right? And I mean, if, again, I don't want to put ideas. If you hear something else, please, by all means, tell us what you hear. But I'm hearing "you're kind of fading." Mary Grace says "you're kind of saying." That's possible too. Yeah. Yeah. "You're kind of fading." Yeah, I'm looking at a lot of people are agreeing with this. Hey, Dennis, good to see you, buddy. Almost sounds like you're kind of crazy. Okay, there's a different take.
Ooh. Okay, let's see that.
You're kind of all right.
Listen.
Let's play it again here. Let me back it up.
Still kind of fading. Still kind of fading.
I mean, maybe, but
Fading.
It sounds like ing at
I'm
the
hearing
end
the
there.
F.
Yeah, and the ing
Yeah,
at the end.
Fading.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going with fading. I mean, but you know what the hell do I know?
Still kind of fading. Nikki says still kind of fading. Okay. Yeah, so we're all kind of circling around the same thing here. I'm not sure how that relates, other than the fact that he says, I'm trying to talk to you when Mandy is suggesting this might be Sarah. And then there's a little bit of time elapses there. And then he says, you're kind of fading. So maybe the communication, the link, whatever that link is that the ink box is providing, is starting to break up, starting to get weaker, whatever that is. Well, again, we don't understand the process completely or really at all. So maybe that's what they're referring to. So interesting catch there. Okay, what's this one? I don't know. My title says REM Pod and Inkbox, so this might be a twofer here. I'm not exactly sure.
Oh, boy.
I would ask Britt what his system is, but I already know. I already know what Britt's system is. Where did I put that file? I know I saved it. Where did it go? That's
No, but where's it? But shit, it was here a minute ago.
Yeah, I know how that system goes. All right, again, this says Inkbox and REM Pod. We'll see what happens here.
That's definitely not us. Thank you. Thank you. Whoa. Dude, you walked
Go
it.
start another church. Hello?
Okay, so again, Sean Farash, that's our guest investigator, joined them in the witch's stead. So in this clip, now that I've seen it again, the REM pod goes off. Mandy's talking to whatever set the REM pod off, and then there's a voice that comes through the ink box. So we got to try to see what that voice is. I don't know if you have any first impressions of that, Britt, or just want me to play it again.
What my first impression is, I find it funny that that Mandy, goes back, and then Sean, because he lived in a rough hood for a while, and meanwhile, we're being held up. And he put his hands up immediately too, because he thought they were being, rousted.
So Rick asked a great question. Rick wonders if the next time we are at the... Oh, is this the Rick? Is this the Rick? This might be the Rick. There's no picture, so I don't know. Hey, Rick. But Rick asked if the next time you guys are here, if it'll still be that active. I'm thinking it will be even more, it'll be even more intense. Would like to have a second round with your team here, definitely. So this must be the Rick. This is the gatekeeper.
The Rick. Yes, gatekeeper, it will be as active because I'm going to be drunk next time I come there because, that place was insane.
Yeah, it was crazy. And we actually, Rick, we were talking about that earlier, about how we are anxious to get back there at some point. And as we add new equipment to our arsenal, we're anxious to bring that equipment in and set it up and see what other things we can catch. Hi, Taryn. We love you. Good to see you. Nice to have you checking in. Taryn, of course, the host of Paranormal Brew podcast, video stream on Facebook and other places. So, hey, Taryn. All right, let's play this again where we get the REM pod hit. We get everybody, I didn't do it. I didn't set it off. And then we get the voice.
Bye-bye, Missy.
Which we're trying to interpret. Oh, is Missy taking off? Okay. See you, Missy.
Yes,
we'll talk to you soon.
out. Missy, I have info for you. I'll send it via JV.
And we'll talk to you soon about the collab that we've been talking about. All right, here we go. Playing this again.
That's definitely not us. Thank you. Thank you. Whoa. Dude, you walked
Go
it.
start another church. Hello?
Do we have people in chat yet before I start spitting out what I think?
I haven't seen anything yet. Let me play it a couple more times before you give us your opinion. Here we go.
Whoa. Dude, you walked
Go
it.
start another church. Hello?
Dude, you walked
Go
it.
start another church. Hello?
Dude, you walked
Go
it.
start another church. Hello?
Dude, you walked
Go
it.
start another church. Hello?
Dude, you walked
Go
it.
start another church. Hello?
All right. What do you think?
I think it's I have to, or something about go start another church. Yellow, which probably is hello, but yellow.
Or fellow?
That's kind of what I'm hearing.
Or fellow? Yeah, I hear the start.
maybe.
I hear the start another church part too. I absolutely hear that.
Yeah. So Mary Grace said, y'all gonna start another church. Try that again. Now we got.
Before I play it again, I do want to reference the Dragon's Table sessions that we had, and we played a lot of those Inkbox and other evidence hits that we had. There was a lot of talk about God, Lord, and church in those hits that we got.
Yes, there were.
I think we had things like I'm the Lord of all and things like that. If I'm remembering it correctly?
Yes.
So there's a bunch of stuff there. So hearing something here about a church is not out of character from other things that we caught the same night. So again, with that information, I'm going to go back here and play this a couple more times.
Whoa. Dude, you walked it.
Start another church, hello?
Dude, you walked it.
Start another church, hello?
Dude, you walked it.
Start another church, hello?
And one more.
Dude, you walked it.
Start another church, hello?
So yeah, definitely getting the start another church part. So Nick, you heard the start another something, but you didn't pick up the church part. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to go start another church. Taryn heard. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait. Where did I just see this? Oh, should I tell him? I'm going to start another church. Should I tell him? Okay, interesting.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. Oh, and then Mary Grace heard, y'all going to start another church, Alan. And that was one of the names that Mandy used earlier. Again, I'm not sure.
Yes, it's true.
I'm not exactly sure of the sequence here, but I can tell you this. That other clip where we heard, is this Alan or Tim? And then we heard the reply there. Sean wasn't in that part of the session, and Sean came later in the session. So that other clip where she mentions Alan and Tim had to precede this one. So we know that much.
You playing it again?
I can.
Oh, yeah. Now that we have all these thoughts in our head.
Dude, you walked it.
Start another church, hello?
Dude, you walked it.
Start another church, hello?
Thank you. Whoa. Dude, you walked it.
Start another church, hello?
I mean, it's possible, but I'm still hearing like yellow or hello or something like that. I'm not hearing
Well, and
tell them or
it's
tell them.
something Ello. It's definitely something Ello. With that vowel combination at the end. And I said fellow. It doesn't sound like an F to me. It doesn't sound like fellow.
Again, I think these spirits, it takes a lot of energy for them to do what they're doing. And as they punch through and they're going to go start another church, they're burning their energy. And then towards the end, it fades off. And I think, it gets jumbled. And that's probably what's going on. Because probably it was something like, I'm going to go start another church and rule the world and kick God out of heaven. And it's probably something along those lines.
Yeah.
But he couldn't get all that out.
Would you like to go start another church, fellow? That's what DJ heard.
You wanted to go start another church and play Halo.
So it's a video gamer is what you're saying.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
God is a video gamer.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm going to play this a time or two more, and then we'll move on.
Whoa. Dude, you walked it.
Start another church, hello?
Whoa. Dude, you walked it.
Start another church, hello?
This time I'm going to play the whole clip just for context purposes.
That's definitely not us. Thank you. Whoa. Dude, you walked it.
Start another church, hello?
I'm not sure we're going to get any
it could be
more clarity.
Man, it could be fellow. It sounds old timey. And they used to say, well, fellow. That was a word they would use back yonder.
Yeah, but I don't hear that part of the word. It sounds more like hello than fellow. It sounds more like hello than yellow to me. But
yeah, I think that's what I think.
Okay. All right. The next.
I wonder if we were on shrooms, if we'd be able to decipher it.
Well, there are schools of thought about psychedelics and other mind altering substances that could help you interpret this stuff more. I don't know. I don't investigate that way, but maybe. All right, let's go to the next one. This one is looking at the clip. Sean is not in it, So we know this occurred prior to what we just watched and listened to, but this is another Inkbox hit. Mandy and Chastity are in the room. Let's see what we hear in this one.
Aggressive. Yeah. This energy is making me feel like tell it to others or something.
Okay.
Aggressive. Yeah. This energy is making me feel like tell it to others or something.
Now, a couple things about this clip. First of all, Chastity is reading again from her Spirit Talker app, and she says that the app says aggressive. So she says that word. And Mandy starts talking about the fact that, the energy in here is making us all feel a little anxious, aggressive, I think was what she was referring to. And then we hear the Inkbox reply. And I'm not going to say what I think it is yet because I want chat to have a minute at it. But I think it's interesting, and it also fits, my interpretation, fits with a lot of the other things we've been hearing. So let's play it again.
Aggressive. Yeah. This energy is making me feel like tell it to others or something.
Okay, so I guess I don't even need to interpret it for you because Mandy interprets it on the spot. That's exactly what I heard too. Tell it to others. Tell it to others.
Yeah. You know what's interesting is I was just thinking about this, and DJ just put it in YouTube. I'm trying to talk to you. You're fading. I'm going to go start another church. Maybe it's two spirits talking to each other that we're just eavesdropping on.
Great thought. Yeah, that's a great way to look at it.
And really has nothing to do with Mandy.
Mm-hmm. Interesting, DJ. Thanks. That's a great perspective. Yeah, that's a great perspective.
Which is why I'm really curious to see what happens when we put two ink boxes side by side and see if shit will talk to each other without us.
Yeah. I'm going to play this clip one more time. I think we're all on the same page. Yeah, right, Mary, exactly. Tell it to others. Is that some kind of warning? Exactly. So I'm going to play this one more time.
Aggressive. Yeah. This energy is making me feel like tell it to others or something.
So,
yeah. Interesting.
Here's the other thing. Anybody who first of all, you can watch, obviously, replay this particular evidence review as often as you want and listen to it over and over again. But at the same time, if you want more context for any of these, the full edited version of the investigation, we'll call it an episode, will be posted soon. And the live version, is the live version still up, Britt? Do we have any problems with that one? I think it's still there, right?
We didn't take the shrine down. No.
Yeah. Okay. Sometimes we have to take them down because there's some technical issues and then we want to clean up. But in this case, the Euroshrine Night 1 full live investigation is still on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page, and you can watch those things. I think they're like 3.5 hours. We're there for quite some time.
Yeah.
So you have to want to sit through all that, but it's there, and you can get the full context of every one of these clips that we're playing.
And to be clear, the technical issues JV's talking about is sometimes in the upload it goes up corrupt, and then you get halfway through it and it starts squealing and doing pictures, and then those we just don't want up. So that's the technical issues.
Okay, so this one I'm not entirely sure because my title doesn't make it clear what we're going to be hearing, but something about a thumping noise. So here we go.
Were you in the military?
There it is.
There's a cold draft right here, like right on top of me.
Okay, 3 things happening here now that I've watched it again. Right in the beginning of the clip, there's like...
Yes.
You hear that? That's in the beginning of the clip. Then Mandy says she's experiencing a very cold draft all of a sudden, and then we get an Inkbox hit, a voice coming through the Inkbox. So with that... All right,
let's do it again now that we know what we're watching.
Yeah, that picture painted. Here we go.
Were you in the military? There's a cold draft right here, like right on top of me.
I'm going to play it again.
Were you in the military? There's a cold draft right here, like right on top of me. Right here, like right on top of me. Top of me. Were you in the military? There's a cold draft right here, like right on top of me.
I know, it's a really tough one to hear.
when I was, and then it fades out. That's what I'm getting. Like when I was 6 or something like that. When I was a young man, I walked uphill to school both ways in the snow barefoot. Kind of one of those when I was. But I do hear the thumping, and that's weird.
Yeah, it's really strange.
I've never heard that before in anything that we've listened to.
Nope. Let me play it from the beginning
and there's
again.
No reason why.
Yeah, let me play it again from the beginning so we can listen to that part again.
Were you in the military? There's a cold draft, right?
And the thing you have to also note in this clip, and this is sometimes what doesn't happen is actually more important than what is happening. And what doesn't happen there is Mandy doesn't react to a thumping noise.
Recognize it.
Chastity doesn't react to the noise. Like, what is that? Nothing. So they're not getting that. This is coming through somehow electronically or something in a way that they don't hear, or maybe the noise of the ink box is covering it up for them, but it's not covering it up for our microphones. I don't know. So
is this the audio in this? Is this from the body packs, or is it the shotgun mic?
No, it's from the body. It's from the body packs. It's from their body pack microphones.
Okay, so then it'll be nothing that Tyler's doing on the camera.
Can't be. Nope.
Because
the only thing it could be, if it was Tyler, the only thing it could be is him thumping on the table right in front of the camera. But in that case, Mandy and Chastity would have reacted to that. They would have
like
something.
They would have looked up and like, you trying to get our attention?
Yeah, what are you
What's
doing?
Up?
Right, exactly. So let's play the whole thing again.
Were you in the military? There's a cold draft right here, like right on top of me.
We often talk about corroborating evidence, things that happen that kind of support something else that's happened. And right there is a good example of it, because we have the weird thumping noise. We've got Mandy expressing the sensation of a cold draft moving by her, and then we have a voice coming out of the ink box.
Right, and I think Crystal's onto something, and that's where I was going. Was when I was younger, something along those lines, and Mary Barnett is saying "too fast to be Morse code." So you know what it almost sounds like is like when the dog scratches its ear, but it's hitting the floor. Thump,
yeah.
Thump, 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 thump. It's like so. And if I remember correctly, there is a story of some ghost pets around that place.
Cats for sure.
So I wonder if it was a dog.
We did have
the cat.
Story, ghost cat there. So maybe dog as well.
That's right. Well, cats do the same thing.
Right.
I mean, they'll try to scratch and start thumping.
Right. DJ, it does sound a little bit like someone would be tapping a mic. Now, if anybody's tapping a mic in there, it would have to be Mandy or Chastity. They're the only two wearing body mics in there. Our cameraman Tyler does not have one on him, so it couldn't be him. So I'm going to play this one more time.
Oh, that could have been camera woman Riley too. I think that was camera woman Riley.
Okay, whoever it was, whoever the camera person was, they're not wearing a mic pack, so they wouldn't be able to do that.
I just don't want us to get canceled for calling out wrong.
Okay.
Were you in the military? There's a cold draft right here, like right on top of me.
Yeah, so I think that's probably the best we're going to be able to do with that clip.
Do that. Play it one more time. I want to listen to thumping one more time.
Before I do it, DJ was clarifying, saying that if it's somebody tapping on a mic, it doesn't necessarily mean somebody living. So in other words, maybe a spirit is doing something, manipulating the microphone in some way. Okay, I'm going to play the whole thing one more time.
Were you in the military? There's a cold draft right here, like right on top of me.
Interesting.
I thought you were going to have something very profound after asking me to play it again.
I'm processing the thumping part. I mean, she asked about him being in the military. Could it be Morse code? I mean, it's pretty fast. Morse code normally doesn't roll that fast, but I guess if you're in a hurry to get it out, maybe it would.
But I'm not hearing any. I'm not hearing
thump 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 thump.
Maybe I was going to say I'm not really hearing the pauses that are part of Morse code, but maybe that it because there is ba 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 ba. All right. You're going to get me to play it again, aren't you?
Let's see what happens.
You're going to get me to play it again.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, one more time, we'll play this again. Here we go.
Were you in the military? There's a cold draft right here. Like, were you in the military?
Okay. So the pattern I'm hearing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. 1, 2. Pause. 1, 2, 3. Pause. 1, 2, 3. Pause.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, I don't know. I don't know Morse code, so I don't know what the hell that means. But
well, I think the 1, 2, 3 means something. That's either S or O, because SOS is ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... So,
right.
That could be an S. So there'd be 2 S's at the end there if that's Morse code. But I don't know what 5 ... ... ... ... and then 2. And if somebody in our audience knows some of Morse code, and you are hearing something that can be interpreted as a message using Morse code, please let us know. Please let us know, because I don't know.
Yes, please.
Let's see.
Especially
Gary,
if it's the winning lotto numbers.
Gary wants to know if we've been to the Eisenhower Bridge in Gettysburg. First time there last weekend. Gettysburg is active. That place is like hold my beer. Yeah, Gettysburg is one of my most favorite places on the planet, and it's not necessarily because of the paranormal. That's just a bonus for me. I love the history of it. I love the Civil War history.
The history is amazing.
I've been going there since I was a kid. I try to go at least once a year, sometimes a couple times a year. And I've actually been to the Eisenhower Bridge. I've been to a lot of the places that have reported hauntings. We have not as a group yet for Paranormal Reality TV, but hopefully we will be able to do that sometime soon.
At some
point. That would be great. Yeah.
Yeah, when I was there, we were there for ghost hunters doing stuff in the area. Me and a crew member were driving back to the hotel, and we both saw what looked like 3 or 4 soldiers with muskets run across the road into this bush line. And it was like, holy shit. At the same time, we both said, holy shit, did you see that? So whatever it was, we both saw it, and we both explained, yeah, it looked like soldiers running into the bush line. It was crazy.
Okay, let's. We've only got a few. Well, I probably another 4 clips here to go through. This is another.
Jeez.
This is another Inkbox hit, and we'll play it, and then I'll know exactly what we're talking about here.
What is your name?
First we'll say.
Okay.
What?
It's a direct response to Mandy asking,
God.
"What is your name?" Here we go.
What is your name?
First we'll say.
Wow. Play it again. I mean, you don't have to do
What
the
is your
video,
name?
First we'll say.
I know what I think it says. Let's see what chat comes up with.
First we'll say.
What is your name?
First we'll say. First we'll say. First we'll say. First we'll say.
Interesting.
First we'll say.
So Crystal here's Herschel Shea. Okay.
Okay.
First we'll say.
Pam Harris in the house. Hello.
First we'll say.
DJ's hearing Verge. Will Shea. Okay.
Interesting. Oh man, it's like so direct. I'm hearing Chris Rose,
What is your name?
but that might be because of,
First we'll say.
What is your name?
First we'll say.
I'm not hearing any hard consonants there.
do it again.
What is your name?
First we'll say.
What is your name?
First we'll say.
Curse Rose, maybe.
Yeah, you're hearing a hard, like a K sound,
Yeah.
hard C.
What is your name?
Yeah.
First we'll say.
What is your name?
First we'll
Maybe it's purse. Maybe it's a P. Purse rose.
So Gary says he hears the Chris now. Mary said George something J. Nikki says Colonel or Curtis. So everyone is hearing the K, but me. I'm the only one not hearing that, apparently.
Yeah. Because you're weird.
Yeah. Sonia says Herschel Gray. So Sonia's not
hearing. Yeah.
Sonia's hearing
Right.
the softer consonant sound. I'm going to play it a couple more times. I'm going to play the whole clip again to get the question as well.
What is your name?
First will say.
What is your name?
First will say. First will say.
What is your name?
First will say.
I mean, it's definitely, it's like loud as day, punched right through. Here's your answer.
Yeah.
But now we got to do some research. If any of our researchers out there could, punch this name into the old Google and see what comes up around Cooperstown,
Cooperstown.
that would be amazing.
Why would it have anything to do with Cooperstown?
Cooper Hill.
It's not Cooper Hill.
I mean, what am I? We do so many, I forget now. What city was the Sharia Shrine in?
Bristol, Tennessee.
Bristol, Tennessee. There we go. That name comes up anything around Bristol, Tennessee.
Curtis something, Purcell, Shea. Gary's hearing first will say. Maybe it's not the name. Maybe it is some other type of reply. Or maybe it's I won't say, or listen to it with something like I can't say, I won't say, something that's a little different.
What is your name?
First will say.
What is your name?
First will say.
What is your name?
First will say.
I don't know.
First we'll say, but I think like the Curtis will, I think the names that we're coming up with are more accurate to the question being asked. I mean, it was so freaking spot on, so right there. There was no waiting. It was like, what is your name? Chris Rose or whatever.
Yeah.
Chris Rose. Okay. Herschel Walker.
Walker, yeah. Okay, let me see. This is another hit here. This has something to do with yes. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not going to tell you what I think it is.
Do you remember my name? I'm Mandy.
Okay, so she says, I'm Mandy, and then there's a voice.
Do you remember my name? I'm Mandy. Do you remember my name? I'm Mandy.
I have an idea. Do you have an idea?
I don't think it's the same thing I thought I heard when I was editing these clips. When I was editing the clips, I thought I heard, yes, you are. Now I don't hear that as much.
All right, well, chat's rolling in with a bunch of stuff.
I thought, yes, you are, is kind of what I thought I had heard when I first edited it. And now I'm not sure. I'm going to play.
That's what I thought.
I'm going to play it.
Do you remember my name? I'm Mandy. I'm Mandy. I'm Mandy. I'm Mandy.
As you are?
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not quite hearing the yes, you are that I thought I heard before. Can you call? Pam says, maybe, can you call? Gary says, I recall.
Ghosty wants to have a chat with Mandy.
Crystal says, can we talk? Mary Grace says, I recall it. Okay. You guys are kind of honing in on
Let's listen to
here.
I recall would work.
Do you remember my name? I'm Mandy. I'm Mandy. I'm Mandy.
Yeah, I hear the as you. I don't hear I recall. I hear as you are.
And I was just going the other way.
Third word questionable.
I was just going the other way. I'm like, well, I'm really starting to hear I recall. I recall.
Play it again.
Okay.
Do you remember my name? I'm Mandy. I'm Mandy. I'm Mandy.
Yeah, I can hear that too. I can hear that too.
I recall. What do you think, chat? Does that sound like the most likely? Slactastical says, "Have you called?" That's an interesting take on it as well. Or Nikki says, "I can't recall it." And Crystal says, "Can we talk?" All possible. I'm kind of leaning in the I recall camp right now. That's where I've
that's kind of the camp.
Settled.
That's
on
where I'm
that
putting
one.
my eggs in that basket.
Okay, another Inkbox hit. We only got a few more here. But these are all from a matter of like 20 minutes in real time.
This is insane.
Yeah.
This is insane.
So
I'm definitely not turning the ink box on in my house because I don't want to know.
All right, here we go.
Chastity's been getting a little angry and he said something about a girl. Chastity's been getting a little angry and he said something about a girl.
Okay, so I just want to mention a couple things about this clip. I don't hear what Mandy heard at the time. She said she heard something about a girl. I hear something different. However, again, when we talk about the story of the history of this place, we talk about the uncles, which we referenced before, Uncle Tim and Uncle Alan, and how there are rumors that those two, or at least one of those two, was involved in some very, very heinous activity involving the abduction and maybe even murder of some women who had disappeared in the area. So Mandy saying something about a girl is either her, it could be her knowing that story, therefore kind of applying that to it, or maybe she did hear something related to a girl that might relate to that story. So you've got all the information now. So listen to it again. We'll play it a couple times.
Chastity's been getting a little angry and he said something about a girl. Chastity's been getting a little angry and he said something about a girl. Chastity's been getting a little angry and he said something about a girl.
Girl take?
DJ heard exactly what I heard. DJ heard, "You're okay." So Mandy's saying something about, I can't remember, Chastity's getting angry. That's what she says. And then the voice comes through. And then Mandy says, he says something about a girl, but I'm hearing "you're okay." So that might be in reply to Mandy saying, Chastity's getting angry. Don't know.
All right, play it again.
Chastity's been getting a little angry and he said something about a girl. Chastity's been getting a little angry and he said something about a girl. Chastity's been getting a little angry and he said something about a girl.
I don't hear the girl thing. I don't hear that at all. I do hear "you're okay."
I hear like "you're okay," or "you say," kind of smart-assy. Like, no shit, she's always angry.
Well, she is kind of always angry at Mandy. That's kind of their charm. It's funny to watch.
Those two bicker like,
they go at
like
each
sisters.
Other. Yeah, they do, just like sisters. Imagine that. Okay, so Crystal's here is "go ahead." Okay, Nikki here's "you don't say," and Mary Grace. Yeah, that's kind of where I am. "You're okay," which you're okay. Don't worry about it if you're angry. Whatever. It's kind of the tone and the message that I'm hearing there. So.
Azurelia? How do you say that name? Azarina? Above Mary Grace.
Azariana?
That name right?
Azariana? I'm guessing. Azariana.
As you say.
I'm guessing. I don't know.
All right. But I like what Gary just said. It could be Spanish for I know.
Yo sé? Is that Spanish for I know? Yo sé? You see?
Apparently.
You see?
Apparently, according to Gary.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to play it one more time, and then I think we'll move on again because got a few more.
Chastity's been getting a little angry, and he said something about a girl.
I just don't hear the girl thing at all. And I kept listening to that thing. I kept listening to that to thinking maybe I'm missing. Maybe there's another voice happening there that I'm not, because the other one is so loud that maybe there's something else there that I wasn't hearing, and I'm not picking anything else up there.
Interesting. We should title this show the Mandy and Chastity Show.
Well, this session is for sure. Okay, so this clip has. Actually, I don't need to play this one. I'm going to move on to the next one. So this is okay. This is Mandy asking for a response, and I can't tell if I actually heard it in real time there, or if we didn't catch it and I heard something else in real time, because I do say something, but it's a little bit afterwards. So just watch it and you'll understand. You'll understand what I'm talking about when you see the whole thing. Let me just make sure the volume's good here. Okay.
I'm gonna knock on this door.
Okay.
You got your K2 up there too, so I don't really want to. I want you to knock back. Can you knock or move that door?
Okay. Did you just hear that?
My stomach's
pop?
growling.
Yep. No, watch. So then
I heard that noise again.
So I say right there, I heard that noise again. So I'm going to play this whole sequence again now that you know what we're looking for. After Mandy says, "Can you knock?" There's a pop noise. And I'm going to have some discussion about it because I went through this a lot to try to analyze it. So I've got some ideas, but let's play the whole thing again.
I'm gonna knock on this door. You got your K2 up there too, so I don't really want to. I want you to knock back. Can you knock or move that door?
There's the pop.
My stomach's growling.
What the hell was that door
I heard that
sound?
noise again.
After the pop, before you say noise, there's
Knock
like a
or
door
move
shutting.
that door. My stomach's growling.
That right there. You hear that?
I heard that noise.
My stomach's
That?
growling.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what's interesting about that, because as when I said in the beginning of this, I wasn't sure what, because I say heard that noise again. I think the I heard that noise again is in reference to what you're hearing now, Britt, whatever that is,
Right.
not the pop.
Yeah.
So
Now I know the.
go ahead.
Let's say I know the camera's moving, but that whole floor in there's concrete, and the sound that you heard, I'm hearing now. That sound more like wood kind of sound. No.
No, it absolutely does. So we got to analyze this in pieces because Gary makes a great point. He says that pop is very close to the mic. So you're absolutely right. So when I heard that, I thought, okay, somebody is messing with the mic. Now, there's only two people in there. It's me and Mandy. Well, three people, and Tyler's on the camera. Tyler does not have a mic on. So it's either me or Mandy if it's a mic. If one of us touches it, it's going to pop like that. So what I did was I went and found the
DVR footage.
the DVR footage, which has a wider view. There's some limitations with this view because I'm partially obscured, but you can see the mic on my shirt. So you can see where the mic is. So I think that's what this is. That's what it's supposed to be, but why doesn't it look like? Oh, yeah, okay. Okay. All right. So here we go. So watch this. This is the DVR footage of the room as this whole thing unfolded.
I'm gonna knock on this door. You got your K2 up there too, so I don't.
Okay, just so you know, so now Tyler shifted his body weight to the left, and you can see me sitting there in the corner. And if you look closely, right by what would be my left shoulder is a little black dot. That's the microphone.
Or right above your areola.
Thank you. All right, so now watch. Oops.
Really wanna. I want you to knock back. Can you knock or move that door?
Okay, so there's the pop.
You're not
Can you
moving.
knock or
Watch it
move that
again.
door?
My hands are on my knees.
My stomach's growling.
I heard that noise again.
All right, I'm going with the other noise as Tyler's feet.
Okay, let's watch the sequence again.
It's too
I'm
spot
gonna knock
on.
on this door. You got your K2 up there too, so I don't really want to. I want you to knock back. Can you knock?
I love the
or
doinger
move
sound.
that door. My stomach's growling.
I heard that noise again.
Okay, there's the sequence.
Watch Mary Grace saying, "Look at the water" in all capitals, so she's yelling at us.
I did
That we
see,
have to watch the water.
I just noticed that, Mary Grace, too. I did see something shimmer on that water, so watch it.
I'm gonna knock on this door.
Which
You
water?
got your
The
K2
one,
up there too, so I
the
don't
lower or the
really
upper?
wanna- I want you to knock back.
Right there, I think is what she's talking about, maybe.
Can you knock or move that
Is it-
door?
Is it the?
Oh, no, right there,
Is it
right
the
there.
lower water or
low-
the upper water?
The lower water, watch. I'm going to back it up just a little bit. Right there. Watch the
Okay.
lower water.
Knock or move that door?
Right there is what we're seeing.
You know-
You see it?
Can you knock or move
talk-
that door?
Right
You
there.
talking about that dust floating by?
That's what, Mary Grace, is that what you're, no, she's saying upper. Okay. How far into the clip, Mary Grace? Let's watch it again. How far into the clip? Now, you can't say right now because the delay, we won't know what you're talking about. So, like, kind of count it in and let it, and then tell us.
I'm gonna knock on this door. You got your K2 up there too, so I don't really want to. I want you to knock back. Can you knock or move that door? My stomach's growling.
I heard that noise again.
Okay, I have to assume it's toward the beginning because there's what looks to me like a dust or insect or something
Third
flying
knock.
by.
On this door.
She's saying third knock.
You got your K2 up there too, so I don't really want to. I want you to knock back.
Right there.
Can you knock or move that door?
I'm seeing the dust fly by.
Yeah, I think that's what she's referring to. It's like right in, where is it? Right there. See it?
Right below the cement snake. Yeah, right there. Right below the cement snake. So yeah, that's dust flying by the IR camera.
So if I play it from here, it'll start right away. You'll see it. Right there.
Yeah. It's just a bit of dust.
So, I actually put together in the episode that we'll be releasing of this part of the investigation, night one. This is a more produced piece showing this whole sequence, and then zooming in the DVR footage on each of us to see where what we're doing at the time of the pop. So I'm going to play that now.
I want you to knock back. Can you knock or move that door? 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 Can you knock or move that door?
So there it is. Close-ups on me. Like you can see the mic there, even though you can't see the whole front of my body, but you can see the mic on near my collar, near my left shoulder. You saw Mandy. There's no movement from Mandy whatsoever. So there's nothing there to explain that knock.
Interesting.
I've got
It's
one
kind of crazy.
I've got
that
one
place was crazy.
Yeah, I've got one more clip, and I think this might be the strangest clip of all of them. Make make sure the volume's good on this. Okay. This one's going to take a little bit of analysis. I don't know what we're hearing here, but let's listen.
No, we don't.
We don't want to piss anything off.
That's not what we're trying to do.
That's not. This is about information. Piss anything off.
That's not what we're trying to do.
That's not. This is about information.
What are those words?
That's not. This is about information.
This is about me. I don't know what.
That's not what we're trying to do.
That's not. This is about information.
Britt, what the hell are you saying?
That's not what we're trying to do.
That's not. This is about information.
This is all right to me.
That's not what we're trying to do.
That's not. This is about information.
That's not what we're trying
What was
to
the
do.
whole conversation?
This is about information.
This is when we were talking about opening the coffin, and we were saying we don't want to be disrespectful. It's not about being disrespectful or any of that. And you throw those words in there. I have no idea what in the Lord's name you're saying.
No, we don't.
We don't want to piss anything off.
That's not what we're trying to do.
That's not. This is about information.
This is about it for me.
That's not what we're trying to do.
That's not. This is about information.
I don't know what those words are. I was trying to figure that out.
I have no idea either.
Okay.
I think I was talking in tongues to the spirit world, telling them that we're not trying to be disrespectful. So I was speaking. It was ancient Gaelic.
Oh, so Gary thinks you were saying
the
this
old-
is better for me. This is Mary Grace says this is what matters to me. So they actually can understand your gibberish. So that's good.
Well, yeah, because they pray to the old gods like I do.
Oh boy. Anyway, that's it. That's all I've got for tonight. That was a lot of clips. That was a lot of assaults on your ears.
Jesus, we were talking for an hour and a half.
Yeah, it was it was a bit of a marathon review here, but thank you.
We should tune in. We should tune into the Ghost Sisters and see what they're doing. Do you still have their window from last time?
No, I'd have to pull it up. Let's see if I can.
Yeah, they're investigating a donut shop or something. Last time we tuned in, they were investigating a chicken place. I think tonight they're doing some kind of a candy shop or a donut shop. They like to. Yes, I was speaking in tongues, Pam. But yeah, they like to investigate. I wonder if they get free food.
Okay.
I mean, if you're there in the middle of the night, you know, can you just go to the refrigerator and make a ham sandwich or something?
Do it again.
I don't know. Oh, where'd you go?
This is them.
Oh,
Scared you.
oh,
It's a little choppy.
are they actually?
They must not have good service
Uh-oh.
there.
A little
It really
choppy.
is. I love it. Makes sure
I'm gonna send her a text and say we're watching her on our show.
Can you hear it?
Are
Can
you
you hear
the
the
one-
audio?
Oh, no volume.
Are you the one
I
talking
can't.
through this
I can't hear
device
audio.
here?
No audio on my side.
Look at that. It's so they move fast.
Yeah, they investigate more than any other group I know. Well,
Yeah.
Mandy does.
I can't turn my back. Okay, well that's you talking through the box and it lit it up. I mean, does it mean it's the
We're
sword?
I wonder if
spying.
Chris is still watching us though.
We're spying on the ghosts. It's yeah.
Do
Sadly,
you know if anybody was hung here?
their service must not
There's
be not be good. No, there's audio. You just don't
Yeah,
hear.
are
it.
you?
This is one of the things.
Yep.
I'm just gonna say good luck, then I'm turning it off. Good luck,
I
Ghost Sisters.
Oh, how funny.
You gotta remember back in Prohibition
All right,
times,
that's
yeah.
enough of that.
Gangsters
Oh, there's Mandy.
running through here. Yeah.
All right.
Wah, wah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the downfall to when you do the streaming on the phone and you're kind of beholden to the network and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. Just one more thing before we let you all go on this fine Sunday evening as people get prepared to go back to work tomorrow, or
back to
maybe
work.
go shopping on Cyber Monday. I don't know what your plans are, but please remember that subscriptions to our Facebook channel primarily, but we also take subscriptions on our Twitch channel, help us do the investigations. It's a very expensive endeavor for us to travel and get to these places. Many of the places actually have fees for us to be there. And obviously we have a large investment in equipment, and then we bring people with us, and the whole travel thing is quite expensive. So if you enjoy what we're doing, we ask that you show your appreciation for that with a subscription. The other option is super chats on our YouTube channel, on our YouTube page. We know that Big Hair Tsunami is a master of that, and we appreciate that very
Yes.
much. And everyone else who has contributed that way. And then the final way you can do it is on Facebook. They have what are called stars, and it's kind of like tipping whatever. But that's also a way to contribute to what we're doing. The contributions make all the difference in the world, help us get out and do these investigations. We want to do more.
There's Big Hair.
Yeah. Of course. Of course. On cue. Thank you, Big Hair, with the super chat over in YouTube. Thank you so much. He was having fun with me because I have a bunch of turntables. As people know, I'm a radio guy. I've been a radio since I was 16 years old. And I love vinyl, and I have a ton of records. And I've got a couple turntables kicking around, really good ones that I took when I sold my radio stations, and I kept them. Anyway, I was going through a box of old 45 records, and I found Tubular Bells, the 45 single of Tubular Bells, which is the theme from The Exorcist. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool 45 to have. So I put it on the turntable. I couldn't get the record to play. It wouldn't play.
What?
You put it on the beginning of the record, and it wouldn't move. It wouldn't go anywhere. Every other record I was playing fine. And this one I couldn't get to play. So I took a little video and posted, and Big Hair Tsunami called me out because I was actually using vinyl on a turntable, which he had every right to do because it is old school. However, I really enjoy doing that. But anyway, no, I couldn't get that record to play. It's really bizarre.
There's nothing like the sound of vinyl. You open the record, you get the smell.
Yeah.
You put it on the thing, and if you're doing a stack, you got to do all the needle hits, the pop of the needle.
Yeah. The crackle, little crackle, the imperfections.
The crackle. I mean, there's a
warmth to it for sure.
And then if you're going through like a tube system as opposed to digital, it's just there's nothing like that.
Yeah. It's funny too because like my kids will listen to
never know.
My kids will listen to Spotify and XM Sirius or whatever, and I'm like, how can you listen to the music? It's so compressed. You have no dynamics. You have no warmth in the sound. Those MP3s are horrible to listen to. They're compressed.
Because they don't know.
You don't get the dynamic range of the song in those files. So yeah, you're right. They don't know. And I try to preach it and I get laughed at. So whatever. But anyway, thank you, Big Hair Tsunami. Back to my original point: contributions and subscriptions. It's not a lot of money, but all of us together, everyone jumping in and supporting as best you can, helps us get these investigations done. Britt and I have talked about this 1,000 times. We would do these investigations every weekend if it wouldn't make us go bankrupt at some point. So there is a limit by which we can fund these on our own.
Yeah,
so.
We would give Mandy a run for her money.
I don't know if we could ever keep up with Mandy's investigations. Hey, Nancy.
Yeah. Also, smash the like buttons, share, hit the subscribe, all that good stuff. That helps us. We really appreciate that.
By the way, Pam is a new subscriber. Thank you, Pam, for being a subscriber. Very, very much appreciated. I also want to mention
thank you.
That Pam says that the new Exorcist is a must-see. Okay, so Pam is recommending that movie.
Really?
And Gary says if you guys ever need an extra investigator, get in touch. I'm also a psychic medium. Gary, reach out to us, private PM us, DM us, whatever. Contact us, and we'll chat about that for sure. But other than that, I think that's it for a Sunday night. I appreciate everybody's time tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a great time. Yeah, please smash that like button. I'm noticing we have quite a few people watched us tonight, and our thumbs up on YouTube was only 10. And so hit that. That helps. The algorithm sees it. It says, "Oh, people like this," and it'll push us up. And although JV and I, we do got to get better at the hashtag game and stuff like that to get the stuff into the algorithm and get the stuff disseminated. That's on us. Oh, hey, it's nice watching the numbers go up in real time now. Now we're up to 11. That's awesome. But again, like JV said, thank you for just being here and watching us and supporting all you can. We love doing this, and we would love to do this once a week, or maybe just 4 or 5 times a week would be amazing too.
And remember, Wednesday we will be on the road heading to our next location for our next live investigation, which you'll be able to see Thursday night, November 30th, and Friday. We're at one location Thursday and Friday night. We are transitioning on Saturday to another location. And then Sunday and Monday will be the second of our 2 investigations on this trip. So live investigations coming at you Thursday, Friday, and then Sunday, Monday. Who knows? We might find something else to do on Saturday. That's very possible as well.
I think Saturday we go bowling.
Live stream it?
Yeah, why not? We'll set it up and we'll go bowl.
All right.
We'll go to a bowling alley. What else do you do in the middle of nowhere in the country? You go bowling.
one more thing related to those investigations. Ghost Sisters will be with us for those, and we have a new guest joining us, Gina Scarpino, psychic medium Gina Scarpino, who you may have seen my interview with her last week or the week before. I'm not even sure now.
Scarpino. I didn't. This is an Italian. You're trying to snuff us out, aren't you? Bringing in the Italians,
That's
huh?
Right. That's right.
Am I going to have to go work at the docks now? What the hell?
Anyways, Gina's terrific, and we're really looking forward to investigating with her. She's excited about it. She said she's already actually getting in spiritual contact with some of what's going on there. So it'll be interesting to see what she comes in with as far as some insight spiritually before we even start the investigation. So anyway, great investigations coming up. Please mark those down or hit notifications, whatever you need to do so you can join us. Because remember, our live investigations are not just us investigating live, but it gives you as a viewer an opportunity to help us investigate, to help guide us through the investigations. I always point this out. We're in a dark room investigating. You guys have the benefit of the cameras that have IR sensitivity and are using the infrared light so that it illuminates the room. We don't see that in real time. You do. So there'll be things that you could see that we can't. And that's a big help. We've had a lot of help already in our past investigations. Things have been pointed out that we wouldn't have caught otherwise. So you are part of the investigation when we are live.
And also, if you're watching it after, like the next day or whenever you can, and you see something, put what you see in the chat, because we go back and check. Because that's how when we're doing review, we kind of go through, well, we go through chat and see what you guys saw while it was going on, or what you guys saw as you watch later, and then we'll specifically look for that stuff too, because it's all about us working together if we're going to find that answer to what happens when we take our dirt nap.
And Mary Grace, to answer your question, we are actually going to be a little bit north and northwest of Indianapolis. We're going to be in a town called Winchester and then another town called Hartford City. That may or may not give the locations away. At this point, we're close enough that it doesn't matter too much, but that's where we're going to be, Hartford City and Winchester. Winchester will be the first 2 nights and Hartford City the second 2 nights, just so you know. I got nothing else.
There you go.
Okay.
I got nothing else.
All right.
I'm done. We talked long enough.
We did. Thanks, everybody. We really, really appreciate all of the support and follows and all of that stuff. And we'll see you in just a few days with our next live.